Hi everyone, I'm Meredith Abbott, Culinary Director for Sur La Table, and welcome to On the Table. Today I am making a Swiss Buttercream frosting. This frosting in particular is known for its rich, velvety texture. First things first, you want to get a saucepan with about 2 inches of water on your stove top and bring it to a simmer. And then you want to make sure that your mixing bowl is really dry and clean of any grease or residue, because any liquid or fat in here will inhibit your whites from getting really nice and voluminous. And now it's time to make our meringue. Room temperature egg whites, granulated sugar go into the bowl, and now the bowl gets set over the simmering water. We're going to cook or heat this mixture to do a few things. One, it's going to melt the sugar, and it's also going to start tempering the egg whites, which makes them safe to eat. Grab a towel if you need to, if it gets a little hot, and whisk consistently, and we're going to bring this mixture to 160 degrees. So make sure you have an instant read digital thermometer nearby. It's gonna take a few minutes. Okay, so we've hit 160, and now it's time to carefully take this off of the simmering water. There's gonna be a lot of steam underneath it, so that's why I say carefully. Grab a towel or a hot pad. That's what you don't want to get on your hands. You're going to put it onto your stand mixer, and we're gonna start with a whisk attachment. Lock it in place, drop it down, and we're gonna start whipping. This is what's going to create our meringue. So really light, voluminous whites. It's almost going to look like marshmallow fluff when this is ready. You're gonna whip this for quite a few minutes until the bowl, when you touch it, is at room temperature. And the meringue mixture is really light and fluffy. The meringue, when I touch the side of the bowl, now feels room temperature. I'm gonna grab all of my butter that I've cubed. Now I'm gonna start adding my butter cubes in, about a tablespoon, so a few cubes at a time, until they start incorporating. I want to add this slowly so the butter has time to soften and become one with the meringue mixture. You want to make sure that your butter is slightly cooler than room temperature, or just slightly chilled. Just drop in cube by cube. All right, so I've got almost all of my butter in. You can see the texture has changed and it looks a lot more like frosting. I'm still dropping my cubes in little by little. I'm kind of watching for them to disappear or get incorporated before I add more. And now if you touch the bowl, you'll notice it feels room temperature or slightly cooler than room temperature, and that's exactly what you're looking for. You'll want to rush this process, but please don't. You really do need to let most of the butter incorporate into the buttercream before adding more. And now I'm going to let this whip until I see most of the butter has incorporated. Then I'm going to switch to my paddle attachment. Okay, I see that most of the butter has been completely incorporated. Clean off the whip. I'm gonna give it a nice scrape, just so I can make sure everything is a nice, smooth texture. I'm gonna switch to my paddle attachment. This is gonna do a few things. It's going to slowly incorporate in my vanilla bean paste and my salt, but it's also going to knock out any excess air that the whip has incorporated into the buttercream to really get that thick, velvety texture that we're looking for. I'm gonna add in my vanilla bean paste or extract. I happen to really like the vanilla bean paste because you see flecks of vanilla in the frosting. And a little pinch of salt, always a pinch of salt, so you balance out that sweetness. And on low, medium low, I'm just going to paddle this until everything comes together and the mixture is nice and smooth. At this point in the process is when you would add your gel food coloring if you wanted to tint or dye your buttercream. And this is looking good, really silky in texture. comes off the sides of the beaters. Look at that, you can see that it holds a swirl, and that is why this Swiss buttercream is perfect for piping and detail work. And now I'm going to frost some cupcakes. So the texture of this frosting, yes, is perfect for piping, but it's also great if you just want to have some of those really pretty little swoops that you see a lot of times at bakeries. Take my offset spatula, load up some frosting on the top, like so. And you see how easily it moves and holds those shapes. And it's also this really nice kind of glossy finish to it. You can be as precious or as like rustic as you want with these. Oh, look at that. Enjoy. Hello, hello, hello. Let's get, so American was simple, this one's velvety, Italian is going to be stable. That's what I'm gonna like. And it starts by making a meringue with cooked whites and sugar. Nah, I don't like that, okay. This one is known for its rich velvety texture and a more sophisticated, nah, I said that weird, sorry, but I like that, okay, okay. This frosting in particular is known for its rich velvety texture.
What do you think? We're good? Yes. Okay, great. Cutting.